What's up, y'all? How you doing? I'm Jan Yenifin. Welcome to Third Culture Talk Podcast. It's a podcast where we talk about different cultures. Me being from two different cultures: Liberian culture, American culture, and then me kind of being a mix of that. That kind of makes it into like its own culture, a third culture, one would say. So that's what this podcast is about. If you didn't know, you know. So yeah, Nyan. That means third son. If anyone was mentioning, I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. I was thinking that I don't watch the news too much anymore. I don't like listen to the news. I don't like watch the news anymore. And I think the reason why is just like it just gets annoying after a while because like you're just hearing all that's going on and then you can't really do anything about it. So you're hearing it, you're like, all right, like yo, I know it's happening in this country. I know that's happening in that country, but I can't do anything about it. So like, what am I about to do? You know? And since I haven't been watching the news, I've just been more happy. I just been more happy because I'm not hearing negative stuff all the time. So I'm like, you know what? This actually, I feel good right now. Like I'm not always getting bombarded by like this is happening, that's happening, it's inequality, X, Y, and Z. Like I'm just kind of doing all right. But then I feel less informed. So sometimes people will bring up something and be like, "Oh yeah, did you hear so and so happened? Did you hear this all this stuff happened?" And I'm like, yo, nah. Or they be like, yo, didn't you hear about that earthquake? I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Oh shit. Yo, I ain't even know. Like I'm sound like one of them dudes that act like they care, but they don't. They be like, yo, that's crazy, yo. Oh, I ain't even I heard you, yo. All right, that's crazy. Like I do care, but not to the level that I have enough information about it. But I still be on Twitter. I guess so I get my information from Twitter, Instagram, so I do know about like certain things that are going on. But I don't know if that makes me an informed citizen or just a lesser than informed citizen. Like, cause it's still information, right? But it's not like information that you can say this is like the actual facts. This is just coming from somebody who trying to probably be on the come up to get some clicks or some likes or whatever on their own profile. It's not even like a news outlet who's trying to like sustain a news force or to bolster up salaries. It's just one person who's like, I need more followers. This is what I need. I'm gonna repost this news story to get some awareness, but at the same time, hopefully my thing pop off. Like imagine if you spread awareness right about something that's going on and you get no credit for it. Like part of you gonna be like, I'm happy we all know about what's going on, but at the same time, I would rather have everyone know it came from me. So I don't think we can ever escape that. I think if you share something on social media, it's some part of that is selfish just because you want some of that attention to come to you in addition to the attention of what's happening based on that news, you know? And that's not nothing bad. We all selfish about stuff sometimes, like if you ever gift something to somebody, you want them to feel good. And if they don't feel good, you're gonna feel some type of way. Like, yo, I really gift you something and you don't feel this way. This meant a lot to me. I don't care what you think. Because of how much it took for me to give you this gift, I expect this, which is selfish. It's not a problem. I guess it all depends on how you handle it. Some people handle it in weird ways where they might like, I don't know, want it back. There's been some gifts that I thought about like there's some gifts that have been gifted to me and I was like, you know what? Thank you, but do you have the receipt? Is this returnable? Do I need to talk to you in order to return this? Cause this has no value in my life. And not to say that you don't. It's just what you gave to me doesn't have value. So let's get this out of life. I'm a minimalist. There you go. I'm a minimalist. That's why it's nothing about you or your gift giving skills. I'm just a pure minimalist. So I like to keep things minimal in terms of things that matter in my life. There you go. I'm not a fucked up person, I think. I've been reading this book, right? Or actually I read this book. It's called Die with Zero. Actually, let me get this right here. Yeah, Die with Zero. This is a crazy book right here. I think everyone needs to read this book. Die with Zero, Bill Perkins. It's a great book. It's really about like, all right, I'll read the back. Here you go. This is a Story time right here. But basically, it presents a startlingly new and provocative philosophy and practical guide on how to get the most out of your money and out of your life. It's intended for those who place experiences far ahead of simply making money for one so-called golden years. I'm telling you, man, this book right here, it was like a game changer. I think I heard Peter Attia talking about it, and I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and read that book. I follow Peter Attia a lot. You know, he's very dope. I guess doctor, yeah, doctor, and also he does podcasts as well. And I was reading this book, and it really talked about just like living your life in these time buckets, and like every time bucket has their own like thing, you know, in which it can be experienced in other time buckets. So, say for example, like if you age, say 18 to 25 or something, right? 18 to 25, those are those years where you if you like you only live it within those years, right? Like 18 to 25. If you try to do anything outside of like that time bucket, it ain't gonna hit the same. So say for example, that first time you went to a bar when you legally was able to, right? Like that's a moment that happened in those times, and that's it. There ain't gonna be no moments where you walk into a bar like, yo, that's crazy, yo. Oh my god, we could just do anything. We could just drink it, but like you already went through that. So hopefully you went through those experiences of like, you know, doing dumb stuff or just figuring things out, or even I would say what everyone needs to do earlier than like later is to have a shitty job. Like everyone needs a shitty job just to realize like how bad things can be, but you still need it. Cause no one working a shitty job because they love it. They working a shitty job because you need to. So like balancing what you don't like but what you need to do is something that's I think is important. Everyone needs to do at least early in their life so that you just get that out the way. Because if you do that when you're older and you never had to do that before, I mean, you can't do that. Like you mentally can't do that. Like that's something that's a time that you need to do that early, so that becomes like a fun story. And then you're like, oh my God, remember I used to be like a paper boy and then that job. And now, man, like, you know, and you connect with other people and stuff. But imagine if you never been a paper boy and then you become a paper boy at age 30. That's going to be sad. Ain't like oh, this person's trying to be on the come up and learn how to, you know, get money and manage their finances, blah, blah. They're going to be like, this person's a loser and he should have went to school and college. What happened? I know he wanted to be an artist, but he's a paper boy now. So all that is that doesn't matter now. He's a paper boy now. Imagine a 30-year-old paper boy, you know? That paper boy is different than a mailman. Paper boy, like a mailman, that's a legitimate job. That's a job where like because people need their mail. Like we wouldn't survive without mail people. So like we need a mailman, a mail woman to like deliver our mail. Whatever, they should be getting paid more, I think. But a paper boy, that's like a newspaper. Like newspaper, like people wipe their asses with newspapers. You know what I mean? And imagine you delivering something that not can only be used to consume news, but also be used to consume fecal matter and to be thrown in the garbage. That's not something you want to do late in life. You see, you have it early in life, so then you don't come to this realization when you're too old in life. Cause now if you're a paper boy when you're young, you just like, all right, like I'm just delivering newspapers, whatever. Okay, time bucket, right? Here's something. So in your life, right, when you're young, the value of money is different. So say for example, like $10, like $10 when you between those ages or so like that, like not, let me say that, like $100, like $100, like $500. That's different between age 18 and 25. Like $500 back when like I was around that age, like that's crazy, bro. Like $500. Bro, when I had $500 when I was like around 21 or whatever, I felt untouchable. Like I was like, yo, nobody ain't got shit on me. Like, yo, ain't nobody fucking with me, yo. If I had $500 when I was like when I was 21, like, yo, bro, it was like everything's on me. Anybody who wants something from McDonald's is all on me. Cause that $500 really meant something. Now $500, like around your 30s, like come on, that ain't nothing. Like that literally is nothing. Like 500. If somebody give you $500, you're like, all right, I guess I can't complain. It is what it is. I would rather want more, but it is what it is, right? So I think that concept of having these time buckets is like it's just a thing that I never really thought about. When you really think about it, is like there's some things you can only experience at a certain time in your life. Like ladies, say for example, you all right, your time bucket between age 20, 25, right? You go to a Drake concert. That's gonna hit different than you went to a Drake concert in your 40s. Not saying that you can't do it, right? But like going to a Drake concert at age 20 to 25, that's gonna hit different than age 40 to 50, right? Like, because at that point you got responsibilities. You probably got to wake up early. You got other things to take care of. There's probably other motives you thinking about, right? Like, you just aware of a lot of things. Your feet probably hurting. Your Achilles tendon ain't holding up like it used to. You probably not even wearing like the right heels you want to, because you're like, oh, these heels are not going to be correct for the one at the Drake concert. When you're young, it's like that. You probably not even caring about like what kind of shoes you wearing. You're like, I'm at a Drake concert, whatever. It doesn't even matter. All right. So yeah, you gotta sometimes do some things early in life. Just get it out the way. Get it out the way, so then you like, yo, I did it. It's out the way. I don't gotta worry about like, yo, what if I did this or that? It's done. It's good, and you out. You out of that. You out of that time bucket, and now you into a new one. So I think everyone has to read that book just to kind of give you that knowledge of like, all right, like this is what's going on. Like I need to like just do certain experiences within periods of time in my life. So I'm not trying to play catch up or something. Like imagine somebody never been to the club before and now it's age 50 and they're like, you know what, I'm gonna go to the club. And it's like, no, you're not. Yo, you 50 years old first going to the club, bro. That they ain't hitting the same. Ain't hitting the same. Like club's not even the same as it was before as it is now. Like you go to a club now, like you probably got a idea about club in your head that don't even exist anymore. Like clubs now, you have to just go in there. You talking now. You dancing, but you dancing by yourself. Nobody really dances with each other that much unless you're going to like some Latin night or something. But other than that, everyone dancing to themselves in their own little groups. And you ain't there with no friends or something or people in that same age group that want to go out, then it's a wrap. So you have to get that early. Like you go to the club like age in your 20s. That's where like you have fun. You see where things are. It's cool, but things are constantly changing. So you just kind of have to just do it, because some of the things you plan to do, it may not be there. So you just gotta do it. Just do it. Just do it. I've been putting out a lot of videos in terms of how to, or the best way. And hopefully that's been helping out a lot of people. I know I've been using that in my life, so that's what's been helping me. I'm like, hey, it helps me out, so hopefully it helps y'all out. I think the biggest one though is how to control your diet, just kind of removing bad foods. I just put that out, and that has been a game changer. Y'all don't understand, but like for real, I used to be a bad cookie eater. Like I used to buy like packs of Oreos, and like that pack will only survive for 2 days. That's not a good statistic to have as a person, to clear out Oreos, box of Oreos within 2 days. Not the small little, whatever box. I'm talking about like the family size. Basically, I was eating family size levels of cookies every 2 days. That's not good, right? So what I had to do is just be like, all right, you know what? I'm just not gonna eat cookies for 30 days. That's what I did. I was like 30 days. So every day I would just have a mark, like, all right, nah, all right, nah, all right, nah. And then before then, I got to 30 days, and then your body start readjusting, because at first you start fiending for it, right? Because you've been eating I've been eating family size cookies, so cold turkey, you go through some withdrawals. Like I'm like, all right, shit, like yo, what? I'm looking around the house. I'm opening drawers, and I already said I ain't buy no cookies today. So while I'm looking in the drawer, I'm looking in the drawers for something that I know ain't there, and I'm looking in there a couple times, and it's like, oh, it's not there. Yo, it's not there. Damn, yo, what I'm gonna do, yo? What I'm gonna do? Sugar crashing, all that stuff, right? But after a while, you get through that period, then you're like, all right, you know what? I can actually survive. I can survive life without cookies. I didn't think so, but like it is possible. Forever drinking soda or eating crazy amount of chips or whatever, yo, you can actually stop and it'll actually work. Yo, take it from me. People that know me, like cookies was a problem. Like if you had cookies on your person, yo, I will rob you for cookies. That's how bad it is. Like I was a cookie robber. If you had cookies in your house, I'll eat all of it. That's a fact. And I'm not proud of that. But I'm sharing my truth for you guys so you guys can become a better person. Oh, I mean that. I mean that. That shit is such a sad thing, yo. To like now look back on that, I'm like, that is, bro. I used to be. I remember this one time I was at a birthday party. I don't even know who birthday party it was. Right, it was like a family friend birthday party. I was downstairs in the basement. I'm just chilling. I think I was watching like some football, and then I heard "Happy Birthday," and I went upstairs not because of the person's birthday, but because of I just knew there was cake. So I'm looking at the cake and it's like everyone's like happy birthday. I'm just like kind of looking. I'm just like yeah, happy birthday. And then I don't even think I said the person's name who birthday it was. And then after they was done singing the birthday cake and it was cutting the cake, I was the first in line to get the cake. I cut in line in front of the person's birthday to get their cake first. That's crazy. And I don't even think I said happy birthday. I don't even think I even said happy birthday to the person. Like I just went right back downstairs with the cake and that's it. And I think I went up again and got like another slice and went back down. Like I was there only for business, and my business was to get cake. That was it. That's a sad existence, you know. So I'm glad I'm out of that. You know, I'm glad I've been sober, or was it California sober? I still eat cake. I ain't gonna lie to you. I still eat cake. What's going on here? I'm sorry. Unprofessional of me. I'm getting a phone call. You know, I'm busy like that. I'm sorry. But nah, that's a sad existence. I really used to like yeah, cake had a yeah, cake and cookies. I was definitely a sweets guy. Like that was my main thing. Like now I'm good. Now I'm good. I might have my little like, you know, little bouts of whatever, you know, if I'm like, you know, just go wild. But other than that, it just keep it consistent. Just keep it nice and level and easy. That's what it's about. Another thing I've been cutting out of my life, well, I haven't eaten since 30 days. And I'm not saying cut out my life. I just restricted it by a lot. Is Jamaican food. I live here in Brooklyn right now, and that is difficult, especially with all the good Jamaican spots out here. To say like you're gonna just not eat Jamaican food for a period of time, that is very difficult. And I'm on day 28 now. I'm not eating Jamaican food again. Great. I'm in Brooklyn. I'm in a part of Brooklyn where there's some like good Jamaican spots, like in close proximity. So when you going home, you passing a good Jamaican spot, right? Second, I'm an African dude, and Jamaican food and African food is almost like just one in one. It's almost the same. Like if you can get African food, Jamaican food is like the second best, right? Like in terms of like me being an African person, I would like my own back home food, and that was a struggle, like because like they cook the rice right, right? They cook the meat right, the sauce, everything. They even got plantain in there too, right? Oh, bro, like something about having plantain in any dish. It's just you can't. There's no substitute. No substitute. Even as I'm talking about it right now, I want that. I might. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. I gotta get to 30 days, and that's it, right? So I'm at day 28 and not eating Jamaican food as an African man in Brooklyn. That I deserve a medal. I deserve a medal for doing that. I don't think anybody else pulled that off, but here I am standing strong, not eating no Jamaican food for 28 days straight, walking past a Jamaican spot every time I get off the train and coming back home. I deserve a medal. I don't care what kind of medal it is, you know. It just gotta be something shiny and with a with some type of ribbon around it. Put that around my neck, I'm good. I need a trophy and a medal because it's something that never has been done. If it has been done, you let me know. Other than that, I don't know that many people who can pull that off. You know, they try to do that thing where like, oh well, you know, maybe I get like a small. First of all, you never get a small at Jamaican spots. All right, that don't exist. Last time I got a small, I almost got kicked out. So that doesn't exist. Let me tell you right now, if you try to get a small platter or so at a Jamaican spot, just don't go. You only go when you're trying to feel nourished in your life. You don't go when you try to tease your own body. So a small is teasing your own body. You ain't got enough rice to even set the stage for when you eat like the jerk chicken or like for the curry chicken or the curry goat. You're not even setting the stage right. You need a certain amount of rice and a certain amount of gravy, a certain amount of plantain, in order for the whole entire situation to be right. The small doesn't give you that. Either to give you like too much of one thing or the other, or they just don't give you enough of everything. Or sometimes they just give you more rice and not that much chicken. So here you are, you almost done with the chicken. And you're not even like 3/4 of the way finished with the rice. So now you just stuck looking stupid eating just rice and no meat that has been finished. You don't want to put yourself in that position. So don't get it small. So yeah, I think I'm gonna give myself a medal. If not, I'm just gonna create my own medal. I don't find a foundry around here. I'm gonna put all my pennies and nickels together. I got a piggy bank. I'm gonna have them melted, and then I'm gonna have me a stupid medal that says, African Jamaican warrior. Yeah, and they're gonna ask me why you have a medal that says African Jamaican warrior. Is that because I've stood strong against the temptations of jerk chicken and rice and peas with 2 spoons of oxtail gravy. It's difficult, you know. By the way, oxtail gravy is something that like I think somebody. You know if somebody really goes to a Jamaican spot or really eats Jamaican food when they know when they how can I say this? You really know somebody's ordered from a Jamaican restaurant a lot when they say in confidence put 2 spoons of oxtail gravy. I've been with some people that never been to a Jamaican spot and they don't ask that, and like that throws me off. You ever be in line with somebody and they get like a whole entire platter but they never ask for like no oxtail gravy? You be like, no, so you can just eat your rice dry? You can just do it like that? You can just that's risky. Damn. Just dry. All right, like yo, hopefully you got somebody around you that knows CPR, the Heimlich maneuver, because you better you probably not gonna make it through that platter if you ain't got no oxtail gravy. I don't care how healthy you trying to be, gotta have oxtail gravy. It's law actually. I don't know if you know that's an unwritten law. Once again, these are things that I didn't go through, but I've seen other people go through. If you don't ask for no oxtail gravy, you know that ain't gonna be a good look. Just want to let you know that. Damn, it's getting hot as hell in here. It's an old ass apartment. I ain't gonna lie. In New York City, like the humidity got crazy, yo. Like, I don't know, the humidity was like at what's like at 80 something, 90 something. It was crazy. Like, I think the humidity it got to the point where like if I went outside, like I was sweat immediately. Like immediately. I don't think I ever experienced that where like I just went outside and like within 10 steps I'm already like sweating and everything. Like I don't know, this weather is really I know everyone says it all the time, right? Like that's a every year thing. This weather is crazy. This weather is crazy. This weather not like for some reason this weather is like crazy in a way that is more like first was like the allergy epidemic. I ain't gonna lie to you, or pandemic, or however you want to call it. They like, I think a couple months ago, there was like these big spores of like just pollen that was floating around. And then after that, everyone that I knew had allergies, bad allergies. I think I had allergies so bad, I just got sick. Like, what kind of allergies is that? Where you just get like actual sick, like regular, like yo, my throat itchy, like I'm coughing, like my body's aching. Like I actually got sick. I didn't even know it was even allergies anymore. I'm like, yo, what's going on? And then this humidity thing really like it really came like strong, yo. Like in a way, ah boy. I'm trying to be a better person, but I just have to say pause. I'm sorry. I just gotta say pause. The whole thing. I know somebody probably gonna watch it be like, hey, yo. Nah, it's like nah. Anyways, yeah, it was the humidity was crazy. Like I was just sweating like crazy, and I think it's gotten better now. But yeah, nah, that humidity was like violent. Be waiting for the subway and I'll just be sweating, like actually sweating, and like you ever sweat so much you embarrassed because like it's in a location you're not supposed to be sweating. Like I'm at the subway station. It's not that hot, but it's just the humidity, and I'm one of the few people that's sweating bad, and I'm not like a big person, so like I mean I don't have the size that will elicit that type of sweating, and it look nice. So I look like somebody who, if I sweat like that, it's a problem. Like I'm setting a tone for the environment that everyone's in. If I'm like sweating bad, So I feel responsible sometimes of like, all right, I gotta manage this sweat uh output that's happening right now. That's what be going on in my head. Cause sometimes it be getting like bad. Like I'm like, all right, like sweat is actually now drips are like forming right around here. It's about to like fall down, and now I'm like, yeah, I'm trying not to make no eye contact with people because like I'm like sweating bad. Like that's the type of sweat that if you see that, you think something's going on. Like, yo, what did this person do? Is something going on? Is he about to have a heart attack? Is he about to give somebody a heart attack? Like, yo, what is going on? So like that's how bad the humidity has been. So hopefully it's been getting better now. So we good. I think we out of that humidity pocket. Hopefully, I had to wear shorts more often now, which I like to switch up every now and then, but now it's like nah, shorts exclusively. Like if you whoever wearing long pants here, you need some help. You need some help. Like I don't know, like something going on with your body regulation ain't letting you know what's going on in the environment. That's like a broken thermostat in a car. Like you about to overheat. You ain't got enough. You ain't got enough coolant to like cool you down, so you just over there overheating, but you don't even know. Your body just like, no, I'm fine. You walk down a couple of steps to just fall, just overheat, just seize up, and you're like, oh shit, like what's going on? It's like, yeah, his thermostat is broken. I'm stupid. Chat GBT. I know I do certain things with Chat GBT here, but you know, Chat GBT is I don't hear too much about it. Nah, no, actually, because the strikes that are happening, AI. I would say AI as a whole now is becoming the issue rather than like these specific apps that use AI. You know, it's a tricky thing. About these writer strikes that are happening. SAG after the WAG, the strikes that are happening. Shout out to them, whoever's on the picket line doing their thing. Definitely support y'all. What's scary though is what's gonna happen after the deals are struck, however they go, because this AI thing is not going back in the bottle. Like it's out now in a way that this is a tool now that's very powerful, and tools just don't disappear. They still exist, and somebody uses them, whether that a person over here uses it or not, or vice versa. It's gonna be used. So it's like, all right, you got this AI thing that could potentially write scripts and stuff. Right now, is at its infancy stage, but it's grown up fast, very fast. And how do you combat something that is that powerful and now exists, and exists in a way that is easy to get your hands on? Like it's not something where like, oh, some secret government agency and X, Y, and Z. Like I got ChatGPT on my phone as an app. Actually, now you can do something with Siri, not even Siri, but through like if you swipe down your phone, you can just have a button that says, okay, ask ChatGPT something. You ask it in the background while you're doing other stuff, it'll give you an answer. So it's like it's really embedding, AI is embedding itself everywhere. Like even what I think Apple will come out with something now where they're gonna have AI in there. Microsoft I think is doing something with Open AI. So everyone's getting their hands into it. And it's not gonna go away. It's more interesting to see how it's gonna get managed. And it's something in which it's gonna affect people in a drastic way. I mean, obviously what's happening in Hollywood, that's in the streaming services, that's one way. Another way too is just like simple things we take for granted, like travel blogs. Look, one thing I did, right? So I was out in Germany, I was in Berlin, and it was a Saturday. I didn't know what to do. I was out there. I never been there before, so I'm like, yo, what is there to do on a Saturday? Everyone was busy, so I asked ChatGPT, yo, what is there to do in Berlin on a Saturday? And it gave me some recommendations where it's like, oh, this is cool. So I took it a step further. I was like, you know what, ChatGPT, um, what is the? Can you give me an itinerary on what to do based on the today? So it gave me like a rough itinerary. I was like, all right, dope. So I took it another step further. I was like, yo, can you give me a by hour breakdown of an itinerary of what to do in Berlin? Only got time available from 11 a.m. to 7 or 8 p.m. or something. That thing gave me a very clear itinerary. Not only, all right, how much time to spend in each place and then go to the next place, but also too, they gave me like, all right, you can actually walk from this place and go to the other. You could take the transit, or from this place to the other. That's what you need to do, and you can end your day here. It told me to go to like some market, then after that go to a museum, and then from this museum cross the bridge where it has a nice view, and then go over here. And I told my friends out there in Berlin, like, yo, this is what I did. And it was like, oh, that's a good day. Like, wow, that's actually like a good day. I'm like, yo, that's somebody's travel blog right there. Like, that's somebody's, I mean, not even travel blog. That's somebody's identity. Cause think about it. We all know somebody that they know, they got like the keys to the city, right? Like they know what's going on, what's happening. If you ask like, yo, what's going on? Like they pride themselves probably in like knowing what's going on. Yeah, with ChatGPT now, it's like, I like, I can just find that and not talk to anybody, or even fact check you. Like, say for example, somebody pride themselves in knowing all that's going on in the city or whatever, and then I look at ChatGPT and I'm like, yo, well, ChatGPT says this, and like, or even I try to do it and it's like trash. I look at ChatGPT, give me something better. I'm like, yo, that friendship is affected now because now I have a comparable of what's better based on what you recommended and then what ChatGPT is recommended. So that's a scary thing. I think it's going to affect some people in a way that it's going to be unprecedented. I don't know. I will say download it, at least play around with it. Don't be them people that be like, oh, I don't know, it's going to take over. I'm scared, this and that. It's like, look, it doesn't matter if you're scared. That thing is coming. Look, all I'm saying is that this may be the next Terminator. All right. Be careful. Become acquainted with this baby Terminator. Okay, like being like, hey, remember I used to be your uncle and this and that. I saw when you was born. Do that thing. Be like an African uncle who see a kid that ain't seen in a long time. Oh, remember me? You don't remember me? Oh, remember? I know when you used to be walking, you were talking, and then remember when I want to give you a prompt, and then you said, you give me some answer, it will not correct, but I said, oh no, no problem because I know you just growing, and then now I see you growing up now, so maybe you can give me small something. I don't know. I don't know. You got it in your heart to give it to me, because things are rough on the inside. I don't know the job you remember that I had, but now you took my job. So the job you took from me, you gotta give me something small now. Be that. Be an African uncle to ChatGPT. Come into life every now and then. Always ask, do you remember me? I was the one that gave you so and so. I give you my information. I give you my time. I give you my pictures. I give me all the thing that make me. I give it to you. The reason why you're here is the reason the reason you're here is because of the things I give to you. Be that African uncle. So then it doesn't turn back and say I don't know you and then do something disruptive. Look, you gotta treat baby Terminator right. Other than that, you'll become that you. If you don't treat baby Terminator right, you'll be a black dude in a white lab coat with some keys that are important that will eventually get shot by the Terminator. you you don't want to be that guy. You want to just be a regular. You want to be an extra. All right. You want to just be a regular extra. You want to be the main character. So just tip your hat to ChatGPT every now and then. You be like, hey, what's up, yo? Let me give you this question real quick so you can just do your little magic and that's it. Like, that's it. Boom, and you're good. That's it. So yeah, y'all stay safe out there. You know what I mean? Y'all don't sweat heavy. Y'all stay cool. Especially for those who striking out there, y'all wear your hats, wear your sunscreen. Even the black people out there, wear your sunscreen because we got this lie that's going around saying that we don't get sunburnt, and I do have some friends that do get sunburnt. So, and also for anti-aging properties, shout out to my sister. She gave me that advice about sunscreen, so I wear that confidently. Whoever's going to Jamaican spots, make sure you order correctly. No small platters. 'Cause if you do, they'll kick you out and it will talk shit about you forever, and you will get no plantain, no matter how much you ask. What else? Make sure you pick up this book, Die with Zero. A very good book. Makes you think about your life in a way that's very intentional. Sometimes we live life that's not intentional, so make sure you're living your life with intention, because we can go at any moment, and those moments you don't choose. So make every moment count. It's cheesy, but make sure you instill that in your life, and hopefully you're not lactose intolerant for cheesy stuff. I'm stupid. All right, this is Nyan Yenifin. You know, you can follow me everywhere. You can follow me on Instagram at Nyamin, Nyamean, Nyamin. You can follow me on TikTok, Nyamin, the number one. You know, the original one, I changed my phone. Something happened, whatever. Follow me on YouTube, where this will be at too as well. And yeah, I'll catch you out there. You guys have a good one. Stay cool, stay safe. And this is the Third Culture Talk podcast. We all part of some different type of culture. We came different from where we came from. We're in some different shit right now, and that's what makes us in this weird third culture. All right. Talk to y'all later. Peace.